Hey y'all, hey y'all know I be switching my hair. I switch my hair up like every day. It looks like, but I'm loving these locks because I can switch it up. Wait till they grow out some more. But anyway, my name is Kashia Sharice. I'm making these clips a little bit more quicker because I'm getting paid for what I say going forward because yesterday's prices isn't today's prices, right? So when I'm on social media and I'm talking, there will be shorter clips because of that, okay? So I want to talk about two things today. This first clip is going to be about men. Men, I see y'all. Women, it's a lot of good men out there. They've been through a lot because some women have taken them through a lot. And what I want to say to the women is, when you're encountering these good men that are still working through their issues, that don't mean that they're your husband, okay? That don't mean that they're a husband. So don't treat them hazardly, okay? Treat those men like you would want a woman to treat your man before you married him. Do you get it? Not sexually, not getting into a situationship with them, because every man you meet is not your husband or not somebody you're going to be dating. They may be in that season for you to pour into them, for you to give them some insights, for you to give them a light bulb moment. Okay? So let's think about that, ladies, as we're going forward. Proverbs 31 is who I'm talking to because that's all I know. I can't talk to nobody, no other group. I'm talking to the Proverbs 31 woman, the one with the qualities in the Bible. As we're encountering these good men, they're working. They know how to treat a woman. They just been bruised by women who has mishandled their hearts, okay? They emotionally intelligent. They know how to love. They know, look, they the ones we be looking for, Proverbs. But what I want to tell you women is you will come across men that are not your husband. They're not yours. I learned this back in my 20s when I had to tell my ex-fiance that I was not his wife. I had to end it abruptly because I was not his wife. And I knew he had another wife, and it wasn't me. I wasn't his wife. And I told him, and I tried to do it in the best way that I could in such an abrupt moment of what was going on. But he was able to move on. And I know I didn't handle it like I would have at this age. But I did have to let him go because he was not my husband. And he was a good guy, okay? So women, as we're in this season and we're encountering good men, not all good men are your husband. So treat them with care. All that cursing out and getting emotional because they are not responding the way that your husband would respond to you. Let's not do that. Let's cut it out. Because why are we doing that, women? Why are we getting emotional? And I know we're emotional women. Men, we are emotional. So you need to be careful in the way you handle us as well, men. Like, be upfront. A lot of men say that women don't like when men are upfront and honest. I love it when a man is upfront and honest about where you are. I love it. I just told a good guy today, I appreciate you being honest and upfront about you're not in a place right now. I've spoken to many different men, and no, they were not my husband, nor was I dating them. I wasn't. It was a season, a moment sometimes, a moment in time. I was just on the phone call with someone changing my airline tickets. A moment in time, okay, that you have with a interaction. What do you do with those interactions, men and women? What do you do with the interactions that you have with the opposite sex? Are you just trying to let them know how their lips and their butt look and their breasts look? Or are you trying to really see where they are mentally, spiritually, where they soul at? Are you trying to pour into them, give them some wisdom, give them some knowledge? Or are you trying to get in their pants, ladies? You trying to see what that print looking like? Like what? Come on, guys, let's elevate. let's elevate. I know a lot of us is not at the frequency that I am on. A lot of people are not at the frequency or the level. I understand, people. But you can be at this level. Okay? You got to go to God. Only God can give you that. I can't give you that. Nobody can give you that but God. Okay? Let's do better. Like, it'll be a lot more people married if some women would not take their husband. And then 5 years later, the husband and the wife is divorced. And now he's out there hurt and wounded because one woman said, he's a good guy. He makes all this money and he's going to just lavish me with everything. He has the money. Well, a lot of women, well, not the Proverbs. The Proverbs women ain't talking about, oh, it's about the money. But still, they list off, oh, he does this, knowing that ain't your husband. That ain't your husband. That's that other lady's husband that he ain't even met yet. And maybe he met him and then you came in. Please recognize who you are talking to. Please recognize what you are in a person's life for. I recognize that. I recognize from the get-go. Some people, the men may not even recognize that I recognize, but I recognize where you are in my life and what category. You're not my husband. It's a lot of guys right now. I hope they know I'm not their wife. I hope they know that. Because, yeah, I be smitten with them. But I'm only smitten with one person right now. Right, Trouble? It's not about me. Ladies, let's just make sure that you know why you're in that man's life. You may be that sister, that little sister or that big sister. You may be that auntie, or yeah, that good friend, right? Let's identify why you're in that male's life, women. And even though they may have all those great qualities, they're still not your husband. So let them go now. Because if you don't and you marry, you'll realize in the marriage that that's not your husband. And then how many years would that have been that you were married and now you have to get a divorce? And how old would you be? So let's learn from this today, this clip. And this goes, I can only speak for women. I don't like speaking on men because we got, some other people that speak on men. But women, Proverbs 31 is who I'm talking about because I don't know the other categories. I'm not in that. I'm in Proverbs 31, woman. Even though it's a good man, it may not just be your husband. It may be that bro that you got to pour into, that you may have to give a scripture. Right. You may have to get a scripture from the Bible. Like I do on a daily. I do that on a daily. I give brothers scriptures. They not my husband. They look good. They look good. They look good. And they got their stuff together. They might not be multimillionaires, but they making money and they know how to treat a woman. They just been bruised in this world. Give them a word, women. Give them a word from the Bible. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Let them know, keep on fighting, because it's rough out here for these men. It's rough out here for these men. Let them know, keep fighting, and you're there as a friend, okay? Let's start as friends. Let's start as friends. These relationships, friends. And if it goes there, then you'll know as you go if that's your husband. But let's start off as friends. Friends. Okay? So this is the first clip.